Melissa, congratulations to you. Scream is obviously like my favorite franchise, and I have to give you props because Sam Carpenter is now like one of my favorite characters franchise. You absolutely kill it. I just saw the film this morning and I loved it. So, first of all, congratulations to you. I adore Sam Carpenter, and it's going to be so much fun to chat with you today.
Thank you so much. That really means a lot.
Yeah, yeah, of course. Well, I have to say, Billy Loomis is my favorite killer in the Scream franchises. So I flipped out in the last movie knowing that Sam was his daughter. And in the last film, you do have some scenes with Skeet Ulrich. And I'm curious for you, did the two of you ever do any dissecting into the Loomis story? Like storyline just to like for acting purposes, what did you guys talk about?
No, not really. I mean, I the time that I've gotten to spend with Skeet, we just kind of hang out. He's such a cool guy, and I felt so lucky that in the fifth one we got to actually like work together and be on screen together. Even though I shot my stuff earlier, when he came on, I was there with him on set for all
Cool.
his stuff. This time around it was different because it was just kind of green screen, and because of the camera we couldn't be on screen together, but I was there. I'm always there when he's shooting, and it's so cool to just see him come right back into a character that he played 26 years ago is kind of insane, and how little he's changed is also incredible.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, we don't talk about the past a lot. I did when I was coming into the fifth one, I did watch him very closely because I wanted to do some things like some mannerisms that he had. I wanted to also do. So that was the extent of like my studying
I
him.
love that. I think that's a super cool tidbit. I was wondering if you how much you studied him. Well, one of my favorite settings in all of the Scream franchises is the Woodsboro Killer Hall of Fame, the Stab Movie Hall of Fame. It's not a spoiler, it is in the trailer here. And when you walk in there as an actor, I was just talking to Mason and Jasmine about this. It just had like talk to me about what it was like filming those sequences. And do you know if any of those props were any of the original props from any of the earlier Scream movies?
Oh my God, that is a good question. I just assumed that they were, but they probably weren't. They
I
just
was
made
thinking maybe half and half.
Yeah, maybe. I know some of the clothes weren't,
Okay.
but maybe some of the props were. It was so intimidating walking into that space
Yeah.
because there wasn't like a terrifying aura to it. Even though, it's a set, and we spent, I don't even know, like 2 or 3 weeks in that theater shooting like the final sequence.
Wow.
Um, so it became like home to us, and we would just like, but the beauty of it was there were so many details and so many Easter eggs and so many like callbacks to other movies that
Mhm.
every day I would find something different.
Yeah.
There was the noose where the noose from the first movie that the principal gets found in.
Yeah.
I didn't even see that until a week in, that it
So
was
there's
like hanging up top. Like the swing was there too. Like every single detail was there. It was pretty incredible.
Oh my gosh, it just makes me want to go back and just rewatch it, which I will be doing this weekend with friends because I need to go back and see it now. Well, Melissa, they're wrapping me. Congratulations to you on this series. I can't wait for more. And, thank you so much for chatting with me today. I can't wait for Scream fans to see this one.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Have a good one.
Thanks, Melissa. Bye. Mason and Jasmine, I love that little song intro there. I
Thank
absolutely love
you.
it.
You,
Hey,
oh Lauren,
Lauren.
when you came and you gave without
Let's talk.
taking. See, that was great. That
Thank
was
you.
good. I shouldn't have cut you off.
Oh my gosh. I'm just happy that you guys are having a great time in today's press junket. Congratulations to the both of you. As you can see, Scream is like literally my favorite franchise.
Oh, it's
I only saw the film this morning, so I'm still reeling everything in, but I absolutely loved it. Congratulations to the two of you. I love me some Chad and Mindy. You guys
Hey,
always bring it. So first of all, congratulations to the two of you.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's two of the core four, I have to say.
what?
I got two of you today. Yes. And I'm wondering, this is the second time you're working with these castmates again, a lot of them. Do you guys have like a real life friend nickname or like a group chat that happens during filming or still maybe happening?
I mean,
The hot thoughts.
the hot thoughts is what we call ourselves privately. Our group chat though is the core four. It is core four. It was before the core four, before we read the script, it was survivors.
Oh yeah, that's such a lame
I know.
name.
And then once the new cast came on board, we became Scream II.
Yes.
So-
Interesting.
Core four survivors into
I like hot thoughts.
Scream II. Hot Thoughts is our underground name.
I love that. Well, to be honest with you guys, one of my favorite scenes in all of the Scream movies now is the scene where you enter the Scream or Stab Hall of Fame. It's not a spoiler, you know, it's in the trailer. That scene is so cool. There's so many different props. I'm curious for the two of you, did you have like a favorite prop, or any of the ones are actually real props from previous Scream movies? Do you know, Jasmine?
Well, I personally, from number 6, I kept Mindy's watch. From 5, I kept a pair of pants, a backpack, and some shoes. Everyone's gonna be like, "That's what."
Yeah. You might be a thief. Oh yes, Jasmine, that's called theft. That's what that is.
Tomorrow, I'm not here because I'm in prison. But we're here.
I loved the camcorder from Scream too. Gail's
Yeah.
I loved it for personal reasons that people will say in the movie, but I just love that.
The TV was pretty
Oh,
cool.
yeah.
The TV was nuts.
Rusty
That was
TV.
Jack Champion's favorite. All
That
he would
was
talk
sick.
about was Matthew Lillard and that television. So
Yeah.
It's
So, yes.
so cool. Yeah, it's so good. Well, Jasmine, before they wrap me, I have to tell you, Yellow Jackets is one of the best series of all time. And it's literally one of the best series out. And I actually sat at the Yellow Jackets Critics' Choice table when Melanie Linsky won. And I briefly said hi to you guys years ago. So I love Thaisa. I know you can't say anything, but what can we expect from Thaisa in season 2? And do you and Tawny ever like text about her and talk about her and her character development, because you're playing the same character?
Thank you. We definitely do. We don't too much because we just have a very similar understanding of her. But what I can say about Thaisa is everything is upped. You know, all the stuff we know about her, like her sleep issues, etc., don't go away by any means. With that.
Well, that is a very good tidbit. I will be binging that when it comes out. Jasmine and Mason, congratulations to you. I cannot wait for fans to see this when it's in theaters. You guys killed it again. So much fun. I could talk to you guys for hours about this franchise.
Thank you.
thank you. And we love every second of it.
Thank you both. Bye-bye. Dermot, so nice to chat with you. I'm a huge Scream fan. This is just a couple of the ghost face things I have here in my home office. Huge fan. Obviously, My Best Friend's Wedding, one of the best movies of all time. You're born on Halloween. I feel like it was fate you were going to end up in a Scream movie at some point.
I know it does seem to make perfect sense, doesn't it?
It
And I'm
does.
so happy to be invited into this wonderful group of people that have been making this movie all these years. Great cast and terrific story twists and everything. So thrilled to be here. Yes, for sure.
Yeah, I just saw the film this morning. Absolutely loved it. Scream is my fave franchise, and I cannot wait for fans to see you in this role. But I know that you're from Alexandria. I live in Northern Virginia. This interview is going to be airing in Baltimore, so I was curious for you. I lived in Alexandria for a very long time. What are your favorite memories of the DC area, and did you ever get up to Baltimore frequently?
Well, I grew up in Alexandria, so I'm right from that region. Yeah, I didn't know Baltimore so well. Sorry to say, I know it's one of our beautiful cities. Annapolis, maybe I knew a little bit out from there, but gosh, okay, let's be honest. In those years, it was like T-shirts that said Virginia is for lovers and Maryland is for crabs. So, it was kind of a rivalry at the time. Does that still play over there?
It kind of does. I mean, everyone says yes, Old Bay. Everyone says like, oh, all Marylanders sprinkle Old Bay on everything. But yes, like we're all kind of the same region here. I was just curious what your memories were.
Yeah, well, I had a great upbringing. My folks are amazing, and I went to the public high school there, Alexandria City High School now.
Oh wow.
Once was T.C. Williams, and great place to grow up.
Okay, awesome. Well, I have to say, one of my favorite scenes in all of the Scream movies now is the Woodsboro Killer Hall of Fame, the Stab Hall of Fame. It's not a spoiler, it's in the trailer. We see it in the
Yeah.
trailer. And I just thought being on that set had to have been so cool. Melissa was saying you guys filmed a lot there, like over a 3 week long period. So talk to me about filming in that particular set. And do you know if any of the props were actual props from the previous Scream films? Do you know anything about that?
Gosh, I don't. First thing I know is that if Melissa said it was 3 weeks, she's always correct, and it was 3 weeks. I've been wondering about that all day because we were really also absorbed in it. But I'll just put one day in front of that 3 weeks. It was either on a Saturday or Sunday, I think, where they got the cast together to walk through it, just in street close, just but to experience it. So part of that was literally that feeling that you see the returning members of the Scream cast. In Bailey's case, he's fresh to this case because he doesn't know all of these bits and pieces of the story. But for the rest of them, and for the actors who'd already portrayed some of this, it really was a moment of like, take your breath away, going from kind of station to station. Then what you realize is all these props and all these, they're so minutely specific, and the exhibits are so detailed that it was incredible. And I kept seeing new stuff day after day. I'm like, this, but I can't say whether any of it was real. What I can say is they took a pretty vacant kind of old theater and turned it into this incredible nightmare of a set. Maintained it for weeks because there's so much action. They literally had to, rebuild furniture and stuff to go around for another angle. I mean,
Oh, wow.
that too doesn't give too much away because it's a Scream movie. There's tons of action and breaking and throwing and running and all that. So it was really grueling, but I was with incredibly dedicated actors. I keep saying that they were all great athletes because it really, obviously, Mason, Melissa, but, really all of us were asked to do a lot in that room, and it shows. Just that scene has so much energy, and makes for a great conclusion to the murder mystery.
It really does. And you're right that it's a very physical roles. All of the roles are very physical roles. Well, Dermot, they're wrapping me. This was so much fun to chat with you today. And like I said, I cannot wait for fans to see you in this film when it comes out to theaters this weekend. Thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you. And say hi to my friends in Northern Virginia. Thanks.
I will. Thank you so much.